Hi guys, welcome to another video. I have just bought the Goyard BOHEME bag and I am here to tell you that this could be the most underrated, untalked about bag in the whole of the luxury space. Nobody talks about this bag and it is absolutely amazing. And I'm going to compare it to some other totes that I have and I'm going to tell you what I really think. Let's get going. I have become a huge lover of Goyard. I never used to like it back in the day. I used to think it was a bit old-fashioned, shall I say. I love it. I don't love all the colours, but I love most of the colours. And it is a fabulous brand. It really, really is. And a while ago, I bought this bag. And this is... I bought this. This is the Goyard ARTOIS bag in the size. So there is a smaller version than this, which is the PM, and then there is, I think, a bigger travel version of this, but this is the biggest of the actual handbags in the ARTOIS. I obviously went for the gorgeous burgundy and it is a beautiful colour. It is a beautiful colour. So I'm going to show you some differences between these two bags because they are different, but they also have a lot of similarities, and I'm going to tell you which I actually prefer. Spoiler alert, I do like them both. I do, but I'm going to just show you a little bit of the differences because honestly, this one gets no airtime whatsoever. The Artois we hear about, the St. Louis we hear about, which is Goyard's version of the Neverfull. And I do have my Neverfull with me and I'm going to just show you that as well, just so you can see what the difference is. So first of all, I'm going to tell you all about the BOHEME bag. I bought this bag in Paris when I just went there with the handbag tribe, and this was my first purchase. And I was supposed to be having a look at everything and then deciding at the end of the looking before I bought anything. But no, day one I bought this. And the reason I bought this was as soon as I tried this on, I thought, yes, that is the bag that I really, really want. So I bought it, and so far I don't regret it because I have used this so much since I got back from Paris. It is just so easy. Anyway, let me introduce you to it. So it honestly, it looks quite nothing without anything in it because it just sags and everything else. But honestly, I will do some mod shots. I will. And I will show you the difference between this on the body compared to the Neverfull and compared to the Artois bag. But yeah, in essence, it is one big compartment and it has one handle. So that is the difference between this one and the St. Louis, which is like the Neverfull. It's got the two top handles, and the Artois has two top handles. So this only has one. Does that make a difference to anything? It makes one difference, and I'll come back to that. It also comes in just this size, as far as I know. This is, I did ask in the store whether they did a bigger one than this, and the answer was no. So I think this is the size, and it is perfect for that slouchy shoulder bag. Honestly, it is fabulous. Anyway, let me show you the top of it. So the handle is quite thick, it's quite sturdy. It sits on the shoulder really nicely. It doesn't dig in. It also has a really, really good strap drop, which is a thing I bang on about more than anything else, I think, is that when you've got a bag that you want to sling over your shoulder, you want a decent bag or strap drop in order to be able to get over bulkier clothes or coats when we get into the autumn winter season. This is perfect. It also will slouch, so you will get even more of a strap drop. Let's have a look inside. Well, it has a zipper. It has a zipper, and I love that. I absolutely love that because if you use this for travel or even just day to day, it's got that extra security. Somebody's not going to be getting their hand in there. When you, I don't know, if you're using it on a plane and it goes under the chair in front of you, things are not going to spill out of it because it's just got that extra security. So there we have it. So there, this is what it looks like on the inside, and all of the Goyard bags I've seen have the same lining. It is this sort of fabric, sort of cottony, linen-y fabric in a light colour. It is not my favourite. It is not. But I also think you can find your things in it a lot easier when it's a light colour. But I also think that Yeah, it's not the most luxurious, but that's okay because that's the sort of bag this is. Obviously, this is the Goyard. Do they call it the Goyardine? But anyway, their version of the coated canvas, and then it's got the leather trims. So you can see it's got the piping inside, and it also comes with a pouch. It comes with a pouch, and this in itself is just really, really handy, really cool. So the pouch is a decent size. You can see inside it has a care booklet that I haven't taken out yet, and you can see it's just got some of the same fabric lining. It's got the popper, and then it has a slip pocket on the back. It's just really handy. It's just really handy. It is attached by a leather strap to the inside of the bag, and I don't know if that's coming up, but where it is on the inside of the bag, that is fixed. That is not coming off. So the strap stays with the bag, but you can take this off, take this popper off, and you can take the pouch, and therefore you can use that just as a little clutch. You can use it in other bags as a little catch-all. It's just handy. It is handy, and I do appreciate it. I really do. Now, this is a slouchy bag. It is, as you can see. I love that look. It means it molds to your body. It means that, I don't know, I just really, really like the fact that it's slouchy. But if you prefer something a little bit more structured, then maybe the ARTOIS is more for you, or you could get a bag liner. But this is meant to be slouchy. It's meant to be just easy and pliable. It's great. It's absolutely great. You could pack this in a suitcase without any trouble. Literally, it folds down to nothing. Literally, you can fold this up. I mean, you really can fold it up to absolutely nothing. So I love it. Can you tell that I love it? Anyway, let's have a look at the ARTOIS. So the ARTOIS, this is, as I said, the size. So this is the larger size. And in comparison to the BOHEME bag, you can see that it is that little bit bigger. It's just got more width to it. You can see the sides. The main difference between them, obviously, this has got the two top handles. Hit myself in the face. This has got two top handles, and that is handy in some respects. However, I think that the BOHEME bag is a little bit, because these are thicker straps, obviously, than these. I do think that this is more comfortable on the shoulder. So this has two straps. It also has the zipper, which is just, again, for security and everything else. It's great, but you can see that this is a lot more structured, and that is for two reasons. I do have a bag liner in it, which I will take out in a second, but it also has reinforced corners. So it has the leather tabs on the sides there, as you can see. It has more of a flatter base, and that makes it a little bit more sturdy. It also has, I'll just show you here, it has the leather piping, all the trim that goes all around here, and that makes this bit of it really sturdy. So all in all, it keeps its shape with the reinforcement at the top and at the bottom. So as you can see, this folds into nothing. This one, yes, you can push it down, but it is a lot more structured. Right, I'm going to take the handbag liner out, because the reason I bought this, let me just take this out, I went for a burgundy colour. The reason I bought that was just to protect the inside lining, because obviously it doesn't need any reinforcement, and I like a slouchy bag anyway, but I just thought it's a light colour, it's going to get absolutely trashed, and hopefully that's just going to save it a little bit. This one has a slip pocket inside here, and other than that, there's nothing else. So if you want some organisation, then maybe a handbag liner. The BOHEME, I don't think I mentioned that doesn't have, no, there's no pockets inside that, but it has the pouch. This does not have a pouch, which is a shame. It's a shame, because the St. Louis comes with a pouch, the BOHEME comes with a pouch, I think some of the others do. So it's a shame that this doesn't, but it is still a fabulous bag. So what do I think about them? Well, let's talk about the price. The price is very similar, I think. This is slightly more, but not significantly more. I believe this was about £1,800, I think, in the UK, although I think they've had a price increase since then. I think this was about 1,800. This was 1,850 euro. So this was a little bit cheaper when you convert it to pounds. And obviously I managed to get this in France, in Paris, which meant I got the tax refund, which was 12%. So all in all, this was quite a little bit cheaper than this one. But the UK prices, I am not entirely sure what this is. I'm not sure. Because they don't tell you. Nobody tells you online. Goyard have a really lovely website, but they don't show any prices, which is just really annoying. So I think there's a little bit, there's maybe £200 or £300 between the two, but not significantly that it would probably change your decision between the two just based on the price. So yeah, what do I think? Well, I love both of them. I think having them in different colours is really cool. I think having a little bit probably more structure in this one sometimes is just handy. Things will roll around in this one and maybe get crushed a little bit more. This sort of protects things a little bit more maybe. This feels slightly bulkier. This is slightly slouchier. I think they're actually both amazing bags, and I think it's more what you love. Just going to quickly show you the Neverfull. This is my Neverfull that I've had for years and years and years, and this is the GM Neverfull, obviously in the monogram. Just to show you, again, I'll get these on screen, the difference in size. Obviously the Neverfull is a lot bigger, but I don't have an size Neverfull to show you, but I suspect that this is still a little bit smaller than the but somewhere, yeah, it just gives you an idea of what they look like. I still love the Neverfull, and I will always love the Neverfull, but I do love Goyard, so I'm on a little bit of a Goyard with totes at the minute. Honestly, I just think it's absolutely brilliant. So what do I think overall? Well, overall, I love this one. I just think for my lifestyle, for the fact I don't go to work anymore, I don't go to an office, this carries everything and more that I need. I will do my mod shots and show you what it looks like on me. I think if you were going to the office, this probably might, well, maybe a little bit more useful than the BOHEME, just because it's structured. You probably fit in a laptop in this easier than you would in the BOHEME. But as I say, as I don't need to do that, I just use them both for every day, for travel and that sort of thing. So this is the BOHEME bag, and you can see this has got nothing in it at the minute, but you can see it's just a lovely slouchy, throw it over your shoulder. It's just really, really cool. I absolutely love it. It is really light, the colour's fab, and yeah, just that slouch. It's just easy. I think it goes with everything. Absolutely love it. I've now put a couple of things in it just so you can see how it sort of hangs with a few different bits in it. I haven't overfilled it, but I've put a few things that I would normally wear, a couple of pouches and things like that. So you can see it still hangs really nicely. It doesn't slouch too much at the bottom, although I don't mind if it does. I think it's fab. Fab. So this is the ARTOIS bag, and this is in the As you can see, it's got a really good strap drop still, plenty of room. It fits really nicely, it feels comfortable. The one thing I would say about having two straps versus having one sits on the shoulder a little bit better. It doesn't feel like it's falling off. One of these sometimes feels like it's coming down. You sort of have to crisscross them at the top to stop that. But also, if you want something to get out of your bag, you can just open it up like this and put it back on the shoulder. You can't do that when it's a one-shouldered one. So that is just something to note. You can see this has kept its structure. The base, everything just feels really sturdy. It's gorgeous. So this is them together. So this is the ARTOIS, this is the BOHEME. So you can see what they're like. You can see the strap drop on both is fabulous. You can hold this really nicely like this. You can hold this really nicely like this. But as I say, if you want something out of this, you have to take it off your shoulder to get into it. You can just sort of do this. You can do that, but sometimes I just think it's easier to just do this. So that's the difference between one strap and two. And let's show you the Neverfull, because we all know what the Neverfull looks like. This is obviously the GM, it's huge. And then this is the BOHEME. So you can see there. And again, this is just easy to open, get your things out and everything else. This one, you can still, as I say, get in it, there's no issues. This is comfortable too. They're all fabulous, they're all fabulous. So what would I say overall? Well, I think overall, I probably love the BOHEME. I don't know if it's because it's new and I'm using it a lot. I don't know if it's because it's black and I love black, but I do think it's a brilliant bag, and I'm so glad that I went for this one. If I bought this one, would I then go ahead and buy this one? Truth be told, I'm not sure. But I really wanted that one at the time. But then I didn't realise this existed at the time. And I felt the St. Louis, the strap drop on the smaller size of it was just too tight under my arm. And the bigger one was just massive, and I didn't want such a big bag. So if I'd have seen this at the same time that I bought this, I needed to have done my research a little bit better, because yeah, I think maybe this would have been a winner. But then I would have bought burgundy, because I was in a burgundy mood at that point. And so yeah, I wouldn't have gone and got the black afterwards, and I love the black. So I'm glad to have both. I think that this will overtake this one a little bit, I think. So far I haven't used this one in ages. This one I'm using all the time, but as I say, it is quite new. Let me know, guys, what you love. Do you have any other totes that you want me to have a look at? Any other totes that you are loving? Do you think that these are extortionate? Do you think they are good value? Do you love them? Let me know. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on another one.